Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite Battle Royale video. In this video, it's going to be my first tips and tricks video of Season 7. Every time there's a new season, the way Fortnite changes and when they change the map and also change different points of interest, vault items, and add new stuff to the game, of course the meta and gameplay is changed a significant amount because these season updates are so huge. Like compared to like other updates, the update between season to season in Fortnite could be the update between year to year on like other games. That's literally how big the updates are. It's really crazy, and I'm sure most Fortnite fans probably know that by now. But in this video, I want to talk about some tips and tricks on how to get more solo wins and just how to get better in general in Season 7. I'm going to focus for the first bit of this video on the new stuff in the game, so the brand new stuff and how to interact with it, the new area of the map, the snow biome, I guess is the official area, what it's called, the whole bottom left of the map that's overtaking Greasy Grove and all that, and also just how to interact with more stuff. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, I would very, very much appreciate that. Let's go for 2,000 likes. I know it's a lot to ask for, but I would appreciate if we could smack that. That would be awesome. The support has been amazing lately. I uploaded like 6 videos, I think, in like under 24 hours to start off Season 7. So I've definitely been loving the season. This gameplay here is another Victory Royale with the Ice King. Definitely liking this skin. You can see here I have the back bling with the back bling on this. It really reminds me of the Scuff paddles, which Scuff is the controller I use and the paddles on the back. Use code Goblin on Scuff Gaming. But doesn't it remind you, for those people that use a Scuff, let me know in the comment section down below. If you know, what I'm talking about. I don't know, it just definitely reminds me about that. But I've upgraded to the red version of the Ice King, and I'm working on getting all the way to gold because I really do like this skin. And honestly, the battle passes keep getting better from season to season, in my opinion. And I definitely do enjoy this one. So first of all, let's talk about right now how to get more solo wins, how to get better in this game. The first thing is, because of the map changes, the flow of the game has changed. More people are going to be way over on that left side of the map, because previously to that, Paradise was the whole bit. Even though it was kind of old to some people, it previously was the newest area, and it was the whole biome area, right? So that right side of the map got some love because of Paradise, because that was a pretty big, significant area. Now it's all over to the left side because that is the new area. This means that Tilted Towers is going to be more popular. You'll notice this if you've been playing solos like I have or anything. Tilted Towers is going to be more popular because it is right beside that snow area. It's a great place to go. Some people don't want to land, and anywhere in the snow area is going to be populated for these first couple of weeks. I suggest if you really want to land within that snow area, the best way is to go into a playground mode, and this is something that I was doing a little bit with my friends. Honestly, I should have taken it a little bit more seriously, and I should probably do it again. But go and look around these new points of interest and look at all the in playground mode. It shows every possible chest location, so you can easily, you can probably look it up on the internet somewhere, but you can easily just go into playground mode with your buddies, call out there's a chest here, there's a chest here, and learn the easiest ways, and then probably figure out from playing the game where the best place to land is for efficiency on getting chests. It sounds kind of complicated, but if you're in a new area and you do that advanced sort of research, it's pretty simple stuff, but if you just take that time to practice and learn the spots, that will give you an advantage over other people, because other people aren't learning the area too. It's just like on Call of Duty. If there's a new DLC map pack, if it's a map they bring back from a previous game, if people have already played the map on the previous game, they're going to have a huge advantage when the map pack drops compared to new fans of the franchise because of that. They're already going to know the areas. It's kind of like that. Next is one thing with the patch notes for Season 7 is that they've changed it so that the zone is more likely to end on the outskirts of the maps. Now, this is interesting, and this doesn't mean that it's better to land on the outskirts. It kind of means that it's better to land in the middle more, so you can rotate either way. I think the reason why they're doing that is just because they want people, moving in quicker, and they've always, since I've been playing this game, a lot of the patch updates, they had this game mode called Blitz, and, they brought it back multiple times, where the games would last between like 15 to 17 minutes instead of the entire, whole, whatever it is right now, like 18 to 25 minutes. They were about, 7 to 10 minutes shorter. And then since then, there was a fan favorite game mode. They've tried to turn the regular mode into that a little bit by speeding up zones. And with this change, this is a significant change for Season 7. And it's definitely something you have to think about when going into gameplay, that the zones are more likely. And when you land on somewhere, say you land somewhere far, like, in one of the towns by Paradise, if that zone ends way way up by Junk Junction, you could have a very, very tough game. Of course, now there is also new things added like zip lines, and that was a beautiful, unplanned transition into my next topic about zip lines and planes and how these will interact with the gameplay. Because, like I said, the first bit of this video, I want to get all the new stuff out of the way, because this is important stuff, how it affects gameplay. These tips on knowing how to interact with this stuff will make you better at this game and will give you a significant advantage in this season. So with zip lines are great for rotating around the map. Thing about zip lines is once you're up there are some tricks you can do on it, and these tricks will save your life. Sometimes you can jump up in the air and back down on it to sort of dodge shots, or you can jump up in the air, spin around, and land on it and go back the other way. That's probably the best way to use zip lines. Honestly, I think that zip lines are not a good idea to take when enemies are around. Usually, if there's a good player, and if you are a good player, you can, or even if you're on console, the power of the aim assist is very, very strong in this game on console. And of course, with that, if you sort of lead your shots, I think that if you have a high tier weapon, probably like a blue AR or anything above that, any sort of SCAR, AKs, the bloom is kind of off, but you can really, really do some big damage and destroy people on the zip line. So I don't think it's that big of a problem. So my advice with the zip lines would be use them as transportation, but don't take them in fights, and don't take those long ones up on the mountains when there's people around, because you can get stranded up there and there's no glider redeploy. If there was glider redeploy, my strategy here and my tips for this would be a little bit different, but my tips regarding this are definitely, avoid them when they're in fights, and when enemies take them, use that time. It's just like times when enemies take a jump pad and they're up there with their glider. That's time to get free shots in on them. The enemy's going to be swerving, but they can't shoot back because they're in that glider. You can shoot back when you're on the zip line. However, it's going to be you're going to have the advantage. The person that's not on the zip line, that person's going to be moving. You're going to know exactly where they're moving to, and you can do whatever sort of strafing, building, whatever. They're pretty much on a one-way ride unless they're smart enough to jump up and down and switch around, which I've never seen anyone do in an actual game, but it's a tip that me and my friends have been doing, and I want to let you guys know about it as well. Next is the planes. Planes honestly are great for transportation as well. I wouldn't stay up in a plane all game, because the planes, you're not going to be able to farm mats. The punishment planes are they're not overpowered in this game because they're not very strong at all. It's just that they're annoying to play against, and my advice against planes would definitely to be sort of stay to areas that are covered, like Wailing Woods, Lonely Lodge. These are probably much better areas. Plus, they're farther away from a lot of the plane spawns, which are, of course, back at the pilots area in the snow biome. So definitely with planes, I think the best way is you can shoot them down, you can shoot people out of them, but usually I would just avoid them and avoid being out in the open. I use them as transportation, and there are a lot of in solos, like, I don't know. I'm someone that says, you're going to need mats at the end of the game to win, and I don't like risking it. Stay up in a plane and dive bomb down on one guy and try to get the kill and hope he has mats. You could do that, but if you're going for consistent solo wins and trying to be better at the game, those are the tips that will make you better. As far as general tips for solos, not much has changed, with the items that have been vaulted. Double barrel, you don't really have to worry about getting grappled on and double barreled, but you do have to worry about, because of the shotgun buff, shotguns are the main thing in the meta. And my big thing is I made another video talking about like every single shotgun and how strong each of them are and how to do more damage with shotguns a couple days ago. You guys should check that one out if you want, a full tips and trick video on shotguns exclusively. But definitely those are the most important guns right now, and getting good with those shotguns is going to make you a better player in this game. If you're not good with shotguns by this time in the game, there's a lot of people that are, and by good with shotguns, I mean hitting people in the head. Double barrel is gone. Double barrel was the last OG shotgun where you could hit people in the body and not hit them in the head, and it wouldn't really punish you that much, because you would only get, if you hit them in the body, it's 1.0, of course. If you hit them in the head, it's going to be a 1.25 multiplier, so it's not that much. On every other shotgun, it's a 2.0 multiplier, and on the heavy shotgun, a 2.5. So if on those ones, hitting those headshots and making sure your pellets are centered and hitting, which is a lot easier to do after the update, because even if you are kind of off-centered, you're still going to get that minimum of 3 pellets hitting. Shotguns are key. Practice your shotgun aim, and as far as even with SMGs, I still think the meta is to carry an SMG, but I'm open to other ways, and I really think that for shotguns, pump is the way to go over attack as far as Season 7, and attack is still great early game, it can still do stuff, but you just take too much damage. The pump doesn't even have as much much range as something like the heavy, but the pump is just so effective with those one-shot kills that I feel like having a pump, if you have an SMG, so if you do miss that shot up close, you can be bailed out by, like, you know, pulling out your SMG or maybe having a trap. I think that's really, really a good to go-to way. And balloons, like this guy, I don't know what this guy was doing at the end of this game. We're in a 1v1 and he's up there in balloons. I don't think he knew how to get down or something like that. Pretty funny stuff. But don't, you know, you can shoot with balloons and you can shoot on zip lines, but I really don't advise it. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and more tips and tricks videos and stuff coming up very, very soon. See you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.